be. And I want to talk this episode about letting go of victimhood. And we've discussed this in some of the earlier episodes where we've talked about if you want to hang on to being a victim, then you can't be a victor. But let's deal a little deeper. I mentioned this book in an earlier episode too, As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. I hope you've got this in your collection. If not, you've simply got to get it. But listen to this passage that I want to share with you this week. It has been useful for men to think and to say, many men are slaves because one is an oppressor. Let us hate the oppressor. Now, however, there is an increasing view, a tendency to reverse this judgment and to say, one man is an oppressor because many are slaves. Let us despise the slaves. Now, that may sound really mean-spirited or shocking at first, but that's not the point. The real point is this: the victim and the slave and the oppressor, the victim and the person victimizing them are co-creators in lack. They're co-creators in victimhood. They're co-creators in lack consciousness, poverty consciousness, victimhood, whatever we want to call it. So understand that, if you've ever studied the Course in Miracles, they have one of the lessons in there says there's no victims, only volunteers. And I have to tell you, when I first heard that, it seemed really rough to me, pretty tough, and I was thinking, how could they say that? I had all this stuff happen to me, and I'm just this innocent victim. And but of course, I was manifesting all that stuff. I was attracting all of that stuff because I owned being a victimhood. If you ever study writing, and this would be really helpful for you, like when you go and be a fiction writer, like lesson 101 is what they call the hero's journey. And that's where you take this ordinary person who faces some extraordinary challenge and becomes victorious. And we can go all the way back to Greek mythology and see this. We can go back 400 years ago to Puccini operas and see this. We can see Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, Spider-Man, Superman, anything modern today, John Grisham novels, Robert Ludlum novels. They all follow the same pattern, which is the hero's journey. And so what happens is, like me, I grew up reading all these hero journeys. And then, of course, I wanted to be the hero. So what did I do? I went out and manifested challenges for myself. Drug abuse, alcoholism, health challenges, negative relationships, business failures. I just kept manifesting. So then I could gather with all of my victim friends, because that's what I do, is I get together with all of my victimhood friends and we commiserate about the horrible tragedies that were happening around us. And then I could talk about how I had overcome this challenge and overcome that obstacle. And that's where I was getting my sense of worthiness. That's where I was getting what I perceived as love. Because I was so emotionally stunted, I couldn't even accept real love, right? So the only love I knew was to get attention. The only way I knew to get attention was to be victimized. So I want you to think about that. Are you doing that in any area of your life? Health, relationships, money, work, any of those things. Have you created a tougher story for yourself subconsciously? Because none of us do this consciously. We do it on a subconscious level. We manifest this hero's journey or Shiro's journey, this heroic obstacles that we have to overcome, so then we can feel we have worthiness. Think about that. Because I promise you, you don't need to do that anymore. You are worthy. You are meant to be healthy. You're meant to be happy. You're meant to be successful. You were born to be wealthy. You were born to be healthy. You were born to be happy. But if you remember my first book in the 5-book prosperity series, if you haven't read that, I hope you read those. But take the first one, the purple one. It's called Accept Your Abundance, and read that one first. Because you can't be treated for prosperity, you have to be open to receive it. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you'll subscribe, get down below, share your thoughts, and share the video with others you think would appreciate the message. I'll talk to you next time, and until then, live rich.